third of the way into the season, but you got a chance to win the wrench against a big rival at home. Does this one feel different at all to you?
Doesn't feel different. There's a lot of consequences to the game. I mean, we get a chance to go level, get a chance to get our hand closer to the first place, which is what we want, and to get our both hands on the wrench. So I think the importance of the game is a lot. I mean, it's always a lot for various reasons. To get this done, to get the wrench out of the way on this weekend, it's a high priority for us right now.
Mason, go ahead if you have anything.
Yeah, gotcha. Coach, obviously with this being a rivalry, I would assume emotions kind of tend to run high sometimes. How do you approach that with your team and kind of talk about keeping your emotions in check and still just doing what you need to do on the field, taking care of business?
Yeah, it's just about being professional, not putting ourselves in harm's way in terms of playing a man down, taking unnecessary cards. But of course, we have to fight for each other, have each other's back. So the intensity in the game should always be there. It's just managing those emotions that it doesn't get out of hand, that it doesn't actually hurt us at the end of the game.
Right. In light of the draw last time, do you really intend to force the issue and score early to try and get ahead?
We're at home. We're in front of our home fans. We have an opportunity to get closer to first place, to close out this season with Oklahoma City in regards to the wrench. We'll have another match with them, but to take care of that, and we think that's important. So, yeah, the onus is on us to go and dictate the tempo of the game. We took 4 points away from them, away from home. We want 6 points at home.
Right, and what's maybe the biggest adjustment you feel like you can make offensively from what you did last time against OKC versus this time?
I think it's important for us on our field. There's more space, a little bit wider, to take advantage of the wide areas, which is a strength that we have against any team that we play against. So for us to open the field up and be really direct with them in the wide areas.
Gotcha. That's all I've got.
How nice is it on Saturday to know that we moved the game up 3 hours, you got 3 points against Louisville, and then you sat back and watched OKC have to deal with the weather delay, and then obviously not being able to get their game in. Was that just affirming on your end to kind of know how it all played out on Saturday, and then obviously OKC had to make a long road trip on Wednesday? Just, I guess, the circumstances leading up to this matchup.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of experienced players, so if you want to call that adversity, moving the game up for us, I think the players handled that very well. It was never in our head that it was going to hurt or change our play or the game, our game plan. So it was good that we got that game in. Having to try to get that game in on the back end somewhere in the schedule would be very difficult for us already. But being able to watch the results come in and how things played out for this week, I think it's a special moment for us to be able to show where we're at on the table and in this league and in its conference. I think we're one of the top teams in this conference. We get an opportunity to show based on points after Saturday.
All right, with a win, you guys would match Birmingham. I think at 22 points through 12 matches played. I know it's early, but are you standing to watching a little bit just to kind of see where everybody's at?
Yeah, I think it's important, but it's always the next game has its own value. Of course, anyone can beat you or hurt you in this league, but it's important that we stay attached to the top and not to look backwards. I think a lot of people tend to think we want to make playoffs and how do we escape from 5, 6, and 7? Those guys that are competing there, but I want us to look forward and we want to be on those top 2 spots.